Hello there. What are you expecting today? Because whatever you expect, that's exactly what you're going to receive. How do you give yourself advice? So, what I'm about to share with you right now is how to reason within yourself as to the direction and what it is that you would like to achieve in life. When you take into counsel other people as to, well, should I go for this? Should I do this? What you are saying is, I don't know if I have the power and authority over my circumstances. And I'm asking you because I believe you know better. We're looking at people's results, and according to their results, we're assuming that they know better. Now, I have met a lot of people, given that I worked in a financial industry, and at the age of 80, they were scared that they were going to lose their money and they were panicking because they've accumulated wealth through hard work. So, in the same way we behave when we ask other people for their opinions as to what should I do. I remember years back, I was 19, and I remember asking my cousins, should I marry this guy? Should I not marry this guy? It's as if they were in my relationship, and why would they even have a say so? But I thought, well, they're older than me and they must know better. Now that I look back, what I was told is just go with your heart. Now that made things even more confusing. So I thought, well, we'll go with my heart. I'm young. All I think is that I'm in love, but is that all there is? And so you can get the wrong advice. Now, why am I saying that? Because when you're confused, you attract confusion. When you're doubtful, you attract doubt. And so the best place to be in is to commune with yourself, to reason with yourself, and truly ask yourself what it is that I would like. I have my personal assistant, and every time there's something that I want to talk about, I will just text her. And she wakes up in the morning with 109 texts, and she says, okay, you don't expect me to read all of that. And I said, no, that's just self-therapy. I just discovered something else. I've just discovered something new again. And I'll say, okay, at the bottom, just read the summary of everything that I wrote above. And then we discuss back and forth. It could be business, it could be regarding the law of creation manifestation. But what is important is to know that when you don't have that confidant or somebody to talk to exchange words back and forth, you can do it within yourself. And you come to a point of standing still and know who you are. When you eliminate all the distractions on the outside, and when you eliminate all the distractions on the outside, you're saying, I don't need the answers from outside. The answers are all within. And so you try to discover them by asking your heart. And one of the ways to know exactly what it is you want, or for example, if you feel confused, I've had some clients that would call me during the week and they would say, I'm so confused, I don't know what to do. I'm over here, but I want to go over there. There's so much confusion. Now, as we begin to look at what area is confusing, then I understand that, well, if you're confused in this area, you're confused in all the other areas. And so if there's a confusion in a relationship, for example, and they want to do something else in their business, then I tell them, no, it's not time to decide in business on a decision, to decide something in business because you're confused in this area. You will confuse yourself in business. What am I saying is, if you don't deal with the confusion, you're going to cause more confusion in all the other areas of your life. So when we go through times where, for example, we don't know what to do, here's what I have found. Make a decision. Now, I know I just said, don't make a decision in business if you're confused in relationships. When you're confused about something, that says make a decision. Now, there's not a good or a bad decision, but make a decision. Here's what happens when you don't. Indecision causes ambivalence, and you are unprotected. You are falling into places of despair, of longing, of desperation, and then you're spreading this energy all around you. So when you don't know what to do something. When you say, well, I don't know if I should go left or right, just go in one direction. Because once you make a decision, things begin to calm and clear out. Now, if you've made the wrong decision in relationships, don't worry about it, because that person can come back, things can change. Sometimes it takes one person to make a decision. When there's a confusion at work, when there's confusion in business, when there's confusion in relationships, one of the people has to say, now, wait a minute, what this needs, it's a decision. Because decision means I'm going to make a decision, which I'm clear in my mind. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but at least I'll make a decision. You step above into the place where you say, at least I'm clear about this. I'm going to do this. And you're going to see how things begin to settle. Not only that, but you take territory, which means you take control over the situation. So when you feel confused, I would not go and tell people and friends. Maybe somebody just to share and take the lid off. But what I have found with my clients is that once they share something with me, they enter into a place of reasoning within themselves, and all of a sudden they come up with their own answers as to why this is happening and what they should do about it. So remember, confusion, it's telling you need to make a decision. You should have made it a long time ago. You've been handling in your mind, hoping that maybe the circumstance will change itself, but it's not. So you've got to make a decision. Now, why is decision important? When you make a decision, you are putting a stick in the ground, and this decision now is going to travel into the past and into the future simultaneously, and it creates your future reality. What does that mean? Sometimes you make a decision and you may not know if it's right or wrong, but this decision travels into the past, which means activates other people from your past, and then it brings them into your future. And you're going to find yourself more clear, and you're going to say, well, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Oh, so all it took was for me to make a decision. Yeah. All it takes is a decision to change your life. All it takes to cut down the confusion is a decision. So when you reason within yourself and you don't know which way to go, make a decision. At least you're making a decision. When you know what you need to do and you're not doing it, it's going to cause confusion too. So sometimes we know what we need to do and we don't do it. And that causes confusion. So what we want to do, we want to understand that when we take control of our thinking, things begin to change in reality. And that's when we say, oh, okay, so this is what's happening. And then you go, oh, I got to make another decision. Maybe I don't like this. Okay, I'll make another decision. And then I'll make another decision. It's like you shape and chisel your own manifestation, but at least make a decision. Because if you don't make a decision, you cannot expect to receive anything. So confusion is self-destruction. And one of the things that I would suggest is also to make sure that you're not making a decision, like nuts and flakes and all of that, right? You don't just make a decision off the wall. I would take the decision and put it into a picture, because everything you say, you must attach a picture. And that is how you can reason within yourself and say, would I like the outcome of this decision that I've made? What would the outcome look like? You see, you can do all of this within. What would the outcome look like if I made this decision? Now, if you don't like the image, then change your decision. So you see, you've got everything inside of you to be able to make the right decision. Eventually, when you train yourself this way, you say, okay, so I reason within myself, I'm not sure what to do, but I'll make a decision. I'll say yes or no. All right, filter that through an image now. What does that look like? I don't like the picture. Okay, then change the decision. You see, so you are your own creator, or you can troubleshoot yourself. I used to depend on a lot of people on the outside until I found out there's no power in the people outside. They're acting according to what I assume of them. So in essence, they're not doing me any good. Even if I go to them, they're only going to echo my fear. And so how to become your own self-therapist in a way when you're going through struggles and you don't have a coach and a mentor, to somebody to call and to help you with their awareness in your situation, then you can troubleshoot yourself. Now, when you have a coach and a mentor, it's different because they're ahead of you. They have the knowledge and understanding and experience, and then it's easier for them to look over and say, oh, I see where you're confused, and okay, I know this is self-sabotage, I know this is procrastination, I know, okay. And they can guide you and say, all right, this is what I think you should do. I suggest this is what you do. And a coach and a mentor always turns you around. But if you don't have a coach and a mentor, you can do this on your own. You can't be your own coach and mentor because you lead your life, and understand you are God. And you are also the clay. You shape and mold yourself. You shape and mold your circumstance. And so there's nothing to fear. Just look at it and say, well, I guess I can shape it this way, and how would I like it to look? And then make that decision and say, yeah, this is what I want. And you're going to see it come to reality. All right? So this is how you deal with confusion. This is how you deal with not having someone there to coach you and to guide you. I know that a lot of people, when they go through desperate times, they're trying to grab onto anything, try to get themselves out of that pit. Well, now you know how to do it. You've got everything inside, all the tools inside, and all you have to do is filter every decision through a picture. And if you don't like the picture, change the decision. Don't speak out loud until you go between your thoughts and your picture. Okay? You're the creator, and the circumstance is the picture. And so your thoughts is the Father and the picture is the Son. You, the Father and the Son, have to work this out. And they're both inside of you. All right? And if you don't like the image, you tell the Father, I don't like the image, meaning change your thoughts. And so when the two become one, when you say, yeah, this looks good, I like this picture, that is when you release it through the mouth. Because when you release it through the mouth, that decision, you actually gave authority to that picture to come into reality. And then you see it come to reality. And when you learn to live this way, you're not going to depend on people. You're not going to depend on your coach and mentor. Because the purpose of a coach and a mentor, it's not for them to be in your life forever. And you're meant to grow. You're meant to fly. And so don't put your trust in a man outside of you. This is what I'm trying to say. As a coach and a mentor, I don't like my clients to put all their trust in me because I can fail. So what am I saying? I want to develop in you the ability to see your own power and authority. Not because I don't have it, because I lead my own life, but because I want you to pay attention and be aware that you've got the power and authority. If I always keep you next to me, how is that going to help you? I don't like that. I'm not here to overcome you. I am here to show you how to free yourself so that you can be better than I am. This is what I like. This is a true coach and a mentor that takes you from where you are and makes you better than what I am, than who they are. So I can look and say, oh, look what happened. Look what happened. Look at how I shaped and molded my client. I've empowered them. And so that's a good coach and a mentor. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm coaching you and teaching you from far away. But if you want to be coached one-on-one, I come in the Facebook group community once a week for about 30 minutes to an hour, where I'm there live, and I answer your questions, and I guide you, and I strategize, and I help you to connect the dots and create the map on how to achieve your goals. Now, in order to get into the private group community, you'll have to be registered within our program Manifest Without Money, and the link is down below in the description box. So thank you for watching. I hope this is helping you. I want to empower you, and I want to strengthen you, and to tell you that there's so much potential within you. You just need to discover it yourself. Okay? So hit the notification bell button below, like, share, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing, only do that. All right? Thanks so much for watching. With much gratitude, this is Lumi.